I don't have a lot of time, but I thought I'd do a quick unboxing for the Coolest Cooler. I'm actually quite excited to see if this cooler lives up to the hype. It just arrived. I like the stamp they've got on the box. Today's the day. Yes, it is. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So I've just opened up the box, and it does indeed appear to be a Coolest Cooler. I was initially worried it might be somehow smaller, but it looks like it's going to be a decent size. So let's pull it out of the box here and see what it really looks like. So I just pulled her out of the box, and as you can see, I opted for the I believe they call that Margarita Green, and so far, first impressions, it looks just like in the video. Gonna go and check out some of the features, but you can see the cup holders and the blender connection on the top. There is the handle with a tie-down cord and the extra wide wheels, and they are indeed very wide. Let's take a little look here. So yeah, we've got the bottle opener there. There's a little front storage area. You know, that feels like something that could break over time, but it's not totally unexpected. Let's see what we got here. Oh, nicely packed. Check this out. There we go. We've got our plates. Didn't think about that, but the color matches. I assume it's probably the case. Looks like the knife matches exactly. Plates are of a similar color. There's the combination corkscrew there. That appears to match pretty closely in color as well. Got the blender and other components. Let's see what we got over here. Alright, it feels like the battery is in here already because I can feel the heft to that. Let's just open that up. Nope, so that's just the motor. So that is a pretty hefty motor. You can definitely feel some heft on that. It's going to be pretty heavy with the battery in there, but wow, that's quite a hinge, I have to say. First impressions, this thing feels very solid. So there's the removable cutting board and divider. And yeah, I'll pull these items out and we'll look at these a little bit closer. So far, good first impression. So I'm not done unpacking yet, but so far I have to say, really first-rate packaging. Everything fit in there nicely and snugly. The boxes are all individual. They've got symbols on them indicating what they are. You can see that's the speaker there. And haven't opened it up yet, but yeah, really nice packaging. So far, so good. Okay, so first impressions, really good. I've given just a quick test to everything. Went ahead and put in the combination bottle corkscrew there, and bottle opener, and the speaker. By the way, I'm seeing on my screen here, it looks like that bottle opener is a totally different color, but actually it's actually pretty close. It's just a different material. As you can see, it's actually very close in color. So got a little magnet in there, so that sticks in there. The speaker fits in there very well. It doesn't wobble around very much. Small thing, but it does show the attention to detail. The speaker itself, it's got a nice heft to it. Has a really nice rubberized coating. I don't know if you can see the buttons in the top there, but yeah, it's nice, and it sounds really good. Maybe it could have a little bit more bass. I just pumped a couple songs through it really quickly, but it works just as advertised. It's going to be a big improvement for me. I won't bother to show it. Everybody's pretty much seen Bluetooth speakers at this point, but yeah, so as it's supposed to, we got the 4 plates. We have the ceramic knife, which is a little hard to do with one hand, but yeah, it is, I have to say, just like in the video, which is the way it should be, but sometimes things aren't that way. The blender itself is very nice. It's got the ice markings and cup markings in the side there. Battery is partially charged from the start. And yeah, it functions just like it's supposed to. Super easy. This door, as I said, is quite heavy with both the blender motor in there and the battery. The LED light certainly works. That's a little different than it was in the concept. I think that to simplify that a little bit, but that's understandable. But, you know, better to have one than none. I suspect that'll be pretty bright, actually, at night. It is nice to be able to set the blender up here when you're working on things. Hopefully that hinge is strong enough. The hinge certainly is. Just a matter of whether or not the plastic will hold up over time. So hopefully it will. Yeah, nice drain valve in there. A removable cutting board / divider. So far, there's no point in going over all the features because they're well documented on the Coolest blog and videos. But my initial impression is quality. It's very, very nice. It's solidly built. It looks good, it feels good. In fact, I like the color better than I did online. I was a little worried about it. My wife and I had some discussions. I was kind of regretting that we didn't go with the orange. But actually, it looks really good in person. This is the battery charger. Again, just to show you the quality. I mean, it has the Coolest logo on it. You know, everything does. And it's just, again, it's just a mark of quality, I would say. Not focusing very well there, but yeah, that's just my initial impression. Good quality. Haven't gotten a chance to really see how it'll perform in real life, but everything so far is just as advertised, just as it should be. I would say my 2 concerns are, number 1, the weight. It is very heavy, and I knew it was going to be. I mean, you're putting a motor in there, you know, it's got a unique design, it's got accessories. It is heavy. And I think it's going to roll very well. Those wheels are great. I rolled it around a little bit. I'm not worried about that at all. I think as long as you've got it on a, you know, good surface, it's going to roll great. One disadvantage is you do have handles integrated into the side, but, you know, they're not like a Coleman-style lifting handle. And also, too, because it's kind of a deep cooler, I don't mean deep and vertically so much as left to right. When you bend over to pick it up, you're not in the best position center of gravity-wise, so I'm going to call this a 2-person lift. Of course, one person can lift it empty. I'm not so sure, really, if one person's going to be able to lift it full, but you wouldn't want to. It's going to be a bad position. It's not going to put you in a safe position. So it's going to be a 2-person lift, which is a little unfortunate because although it's heavy, I do usually manage to heave my cooler into the boat myself. So, you know, I've got to wait on the wife to help or something so we can, you know, get this in there without breaking it. However, once it's on a place or out of your vehicle, I think it's going to roll around just fine. That's the biggest disadvantage I see. The front door, that might be, you know, that might be something that's not going to last as long as the rest of the cooler. But overall, very high attention to quality. And so far, it is just as promised. I'm excited to see how it actually works and actually blends in real life, but I am impressed so far. Very happy with my Coolest. It is indeed the coolest cooler I have ever seen.